Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Houston.
Always exciting to see two teams with bright futures, Greg. Young stars hungry to prove themselves.
And Kevin, the hungrier, the better, if you ask me. When you've got all that youthful energy and ambition out on the court, very special things can happen.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. They've got Wagner. George is out there with Sexton. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. Now Sexton. Following the miss by Jabari Smith from deep. Wagner from long range. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
But you go back to the fundamentals. Franz Wagner calls for the screen and gets himself some space.
Gafford. Hendricks pulls it in. And it's Utah's ball. It's a 3-point game. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
Now, here's George. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Greg, this Keontae George is explosive.
When he goes in the paint, he is like a wrecking ball. Very physical driver for a guard. Can be streaky, but boy, when he heats up, watch out.
Here's Hendricks following the score by Houston. Wagner left side. Outside for George. Buries it from 3-point range.
You can see the feel Franz Wagner has for the game. Just great vision right there.
Down low. Oh, that's blocked. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Wagner passes to Kessler. Here's Hendricks. This one for 3. Doesn't go that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Deep 2 from Ball. That's good on the jump shot.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
George against Ball. And it's Wagner missing. The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Gafford. To the wing right side. The pass to Ball. The 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, early in his career, LaMelo Ball has let you know I am dangerous from deep. The 3 ball is good.
Outside, Sexton. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Smith on the wing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Sometimes you have to fight for it, and Smith showed he's up to the task.
Hard, he's checked in for the Jazz. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Boy, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Smith kicks to Ball. Screen by Smith. Let's go. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 7.
Well, that's just a smart move by LaMelo Ball. Uses the screen to shake the defender. That's nice.
Pass to Hart. Back to Sexton. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Utah with a change here, too. Horton Tucker's checked in for Colin Sexton.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Harden kicks to Smith. 3-pointer. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Well, if you're that wide open, I can promise you James Harden will find you.
George against Harden. Back to George. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. George has got his second basket of the game.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Harden with it. Defended now by Wagner. From downtown. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Outside, George. Pass to Wagner. And there's another one for the Jazz.
My goodness, that's a nice-looking mid-range opportunity from Franz Wagner. Such a good feel for when to rise and fire.
Now, here is Miller. Still without a basket. Smith with a screen on Wagner. With his first shot attempt. Count that bucket.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
The three from George. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Miller, the pass to Smith. Back to Miller. Shoots over Wagner. It's hauled in by George.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gafford against Wagner. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. That one doesn't go. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. It's a tie game here in Houston. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Jazz 15.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Hart is out there with Talen Horton-Tucker. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Green in at the 5.
There is a heart and passion that Saric brings to the game every night. Good job initiating contact.
Players, as we can see, starting to wear down this late in the season. You got to be careful of that, Doris. How important, then, is depth at this point of the year?
Yeah, Kevin, it's critical. It's almost impossible not to have some nicks and bumps as the season winds down. Teams that can use their whole bench typically have an advantage down the stretch because you can rest those guys who maybe are a little bit more banged up than you'd like to see.
Now, here's Grant. And stolen by Sexton. They push it up 4 on 3. Horton-Tucker with it. Grant on him. Outside, Simmons. 5 to shoot. Green with a screen for Simmons. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. The Jazz with another miss. Houston in the lead. And Whitmore gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Whitmore's got his first 2 points of the night. Utah has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, Sexton. Green with a screen for Sexton. From 11 feet away, that one falls. Sexton's got 5.
Colin Sexton, early in his career, has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll. Good decision-making.
Knocks it loose. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Ball. And Sexton has it in the corner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Rockets shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Harden finds Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
Wow, Dario Saric gets himself perfectly positioned, and that's an easy dunk.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Reddish in for James Harden. Hendricks passes to Hart. To the inside. Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
So impressive is the athleticism of Ben Simmons.
Passes it to Gafford. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Gafford's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets. Sexton against Ball. To the left wing. Here's Hendricks. And the 3 off target. Rockets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Here's Gafford. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Stolen by Ball. Now the pass to Gafford. He's looking for Saric and finds him.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Sexton the pass to Hendricks. Back to Sexton. And the rejection by Gafford. Here's Reddish. Bangs home the trifecta. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Rockets.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jabari Smith comes in for Saric. And Miller's subbed in for Whitmore. Then for the Jazz, Wagner's checked in for Ben Simmons. And George is subbed in for Talen Horton-Tucker. And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And a switch here also for Utah. Horton-Tucker's checked in. Wagner against Harden. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
That shows you the combination of size, strength from Franz Wagner. Like, seriously, well done right there.
Hey, Doris, talking about the young Franz Wagner. He's already proven how valuable he is.
No, Kevin, there's no doubt. For Wagner, this is a swingman who does a little bit of everything. He can shoot it. He can put it on the deck. He can make his teammates look good. Scorer from all 3 levels. There is not a lot to pick at where Franz Wagner is concerned.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Smith, no luck.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Rockets to the hoop. And that one is good. Horton-Tucker's got his first points of the night.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And Reddish with the slam.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Pass to George. It's good from long range. George has got 8.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
The shot's good from Smith.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Jazz trail by 9.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
And the Jazz with some changes. Walker Kessler comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Colin Sexton in for Talen Horton-Tucker. So it's the Jazz now. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Nice shot by Smith. And now an 11-point Rocket lead.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
George passes to Wagner. Six to shoot. Pass to Kessler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
For Utah, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. That free throw missing. And the Rockets making a change here. Ridmore is checked in. And he's good on the second. Rockets leading by 10. Passes it to Reddish. Miller outside. And it's Houston with another.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Wagner outside. And the pass to Hendricks. Here's Sexton. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's the Houston Rockets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And put your hands together. Get right on board. Panda.
Hey, I was wondering, after the show, you guys doing anything?
Well, that depends.
Well, I got 3 free tickets to Golf and Grill. Includes the go-karts, the batting cages. Now let's talk about that first half. It's been a runaway success for the Rockets.
Well, it's their style of play, their pace, so they feel comfortable running through their offense until they get a good look.
And it's a joy to watch when everything's clicking. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game. Great performance by Jabari Smith.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
LaMelo Ball is out there with Cameron Reddish. And it's Smith. And it's Miller. And it's Gafford in at the center filling out the middle. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. He doesn't get the second one. You know, Greg, one place you really see Walker Kessler making his presence felt is on the defensive end.
And boy, he has got a nose for blocks, doesn't he? I mean, able to detect shots forming and get a hand on the ball. It is such a gift that allows this guy to make such a big difference on that side of the ball.
Well, Colin Sexton's assertiveness right there with the rise and fire, exactly what his team wants from him.
And there's the drive. Outside, George. And here's Wagner. He's got 8.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And a big concern for players and coaches is the consistency of officiating. Greg, do you like that argument?
It's tough when one night something is a foul and the next night it isn't. There's some gray area, obviously, and it'd be good for the league to try and clarify how they want things called.
Hendricks, good.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Walker Kessler.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
If you leave a teammate of LaMelo Ball that wide open, I promise you he will find him.
Now, Wagner. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Kessler. Back to George. Sexton on the wing. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
The open look here for Sexton. They get a hand on it.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's Miller. And the shot goes in. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
And now, a look at the teams leading the NBA in steals since the All-Star break. In second, the Rockets.
You know, the defense has been frenetic, and it seems like they're gaining momentum as the season wears on. I mean, they're forcing a lot of turnovers.
Wagner against Miller. Outside for George. Pass to Hendricks. Back to George. Stolen by Ball. Shots good by Gafford. Gafford's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets.
80% shooting to start the third. 4 for 5.
Wagner outside. Here's Hendricks. Covered by Smith. Sexton for 3. Drills it from outside. Sexton's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Jazz. Pass the ball. From past the arc. Kessler with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
Boy, Colin Sexton is just so young, so energetic. This guy taking over right now.
Smith with a screen on George. Here's Ball. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Miller with a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist here tonight. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Jazz. They trail by 14. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Inside. And Utah turns it over again.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Ball. Averaging about 16 points, 13 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Sharch checked in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Whitmore in for Jabari Smith.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Jazz trail by 17. It's George on the wing. Traps in the tray. George has got 11 points.
Know this about Franz Wagner. This guy very capable as a passer.
Here's Whitmore. Houston moving it around. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Sunday, they continue the road trip heading out to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing. But it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jazz trail by 14. Passes it to Simmons. And there's the pass to Hart. Horton Tucker with it. Sexton's got room. And he overshot that one, missing. Harden left side. Over Sexton. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Ball. Ball's got assist number 8 now on the night. And so it's Houston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. We come back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. You've got Jalen Horton-Tucker, also George out there. Simmons is out there with Hart, and Hendricks in at the 4. Outside, George. Horton-Tucker with it, now defended by Grant. Houston leading by 19. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's the Jazz now. George passes to Hendricks. Here's Simmons. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it.
Well, if Ben Simmons gets to that mid-range jumper and knocks it down consistently, look out, folks.
Here's Whitmore. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Hey, Craig, here we are watching Cam Whitmore. What impresses you most about his game?
Kevin, for me, I think it's his toughness. He's not afraid to get physical underneath the basket, and I really love how gritty he is on the D as well.
Jock Landale's checked in for the Rockets. Reddish comes in for Grant. Horton-Tucker's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Harden gets the bucket.
They're great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. You know, there's no denying the talents of LaMelo Ball, Doris. Could this be what we see from guards in the future?
Well, we know what he brings, LaMelo, Kevin, and that's a blend of size and skill. He is a magician with the basketball in the open floor. The handle is tight. The shooting is getting better. We have to see this young man develop.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Sharch has checked in for Jock Landale. Jeremy Grant comes in for Reddish. And it's Buddy Hield in for Ball. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. George looking around, fires from deep. Another miss by Utah. And here are the Rockets now, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Hield can't hit. Utah has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And he gets the bucket. Hart's got his first bucket of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. George finds Horton-Tucker. Simmons inside. He's covered by Grant.
Oh, my goodness, the creativity and flair from Ben Simmons. Stop it now. Don't hurt him, Ben.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Horton-Tucker with it. Outguarded by Hield. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Hendricks. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Hield from outside. Simmons pulls it in. Jazz trail by 20. Knocked away. And stolen by Whitmore. Left side, Grant. Over Hart. And it's Grant that time on the assist by Sharks. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Brown is checked in for Dario Saric. Utah also making some changes. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Simmons. Franz Wagner comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Sexton in for Talen Horton-Tucker.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
And it's Brown missing.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Hield from outside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, Hield always has the green light from behind the arc. This guy's so efficient.
Here's George. Here's Hendricks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Rockets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LaMelo Ball.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's Houston now. Up top, Brown. He's covered by Kessler. Three-pointer, Hield. Hendricks pulls it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
You know, it's easy to say, but this is one guy you don't want to foul. Colin Sexton is an excellent free throw shooter.
Jock Landale's checked in for the Rockets. And Sexton drops them both. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here's Harden, and no good, trying to use the glass. Hart finds Horton-Tucker. Another miss by Utah. Harden against Simmons. Harden, no good. Sexton with it. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.